the arraignment of Donald Trump.
I'm not tourist. I'm from New York. What's good?
It was basically a circus, and who shows up at the circus? The same people over and over again.
Yes, he did. No, come on, tell them you love me.
I mean, I saw things that I've seen before, like snipers up on the roof. I spotted a sniper up on the family courthouse roof looking down on us. I asked one of the cops who was in charge there that day, "What's that guy doing?" And he was like, "Don't worry, he's just counting." Like, he's not going to take a shot at anybody, he's just counting. I saw some stuff I've never seen before from the NYPD in handling the protest outside the courthouse. There was like an active, preemptive effort on the part of the NYPD to keep these two sides away from each other.
Touch my hand. Get your hand off me. Get your hand off me. I'm not a tourist. I'm from New York. Google me.
They managed access in and out of the area in a much more locked down kind of a way than I've ever seen before. They actually chained and padlocked entrances to the park that the protest was going to be in. It's Collect Pond Park, the park right across the street from 100 Center Street, which is the courthouse where this arraignment happened. They locked all the gates that were facing the courthouse, and they only left the far ones open. And then they used each gate on the west side of the park as kind of like an avenue just for a certain type of protester. So on the south gate, they would only let in protesters who were for Donald Trump. On the north side gate, they only let in protesters who were anti-Trump. And right down the middle of the park, almost on a diagonal, they had two rows of gates to separate them, and through that corridor in between those two were only access by NYPD personnel. So there was literally a demilitarized zone right through the middle of the protest. Of course, you got to ask yourself, or at least I asked myself, how the heck can you keep these guys separate? How could you tell who's for Trump, who's against Trump? Well, it turned out it was pretty obvious, actually. When you started hearing screaming and yelling and a big hullabaloo, then you knew somebody from one side was mixing it in with somebody from the other. And what the police did was they had a large contingent of community affairs police officers who you'll always be able to see them in the crowd because they wear these light blue jackets with yellow, community affairs across their back. They had these highly trained officers running in through the crowd, getting the person who was on the wrong side, and escorted her out of that area over to the anti-Trump protest area. What was explained to me was that community affairs is like the liaison between the people in the community and the NYPD. They have to have a rapport with the people in their precinct so that they can act as kind of like the go-between. The people who are picked to be community affairs officers are usually people who are very good at de-escalation, at basically making sure that everybody's calm. Take it easy, and like kind of lightening up situations before they get out of hand.
We're not fighting them.
I'm gonna bring you to the other side. We're gonna go to the other side. I'm bringing you to the other side.
So they were, I think, a perfect choice for this duty. And I think that's probably why you didn't see that day any real tussles, because they were shutting them down before they even started. And their plan to keep everybody apart from each other, it really did work well. So if you want to follow along as we cover news stories for the New York Post, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you.